and welcome to another episode of Doodle Deconstructed. Today we'll be talking about Wayfaring Stranger. So the first interesting thing is that this song structure has been changed a little bit. I made an intro and then the verse and then an outro. And the intro and the outro are basically the chorus but split into two parts. The second part became the intro and the first part became the outro. Just something I was doing to make it a little bit more interesting. The other thing to note is that the first part, rather the intro and the outro, are both a swing beat versus the verse, which is a straight beat. So swing goes like da 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 da, versus straight, which goes da 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 da. Again, just little changes to mix things up and make it more interesting. So we'll get started with that intro. It goes like this. So it starts with a slide. And that picking pattern. Slide for the melody, the pecking pattern again, and then more melody. This is an interesting chord here. It's actually supposed to be an F minor, but I dropped this C up here, left it as a G, and now it creates a pretty cool sound. So that's a little tip for if you want to make your chord sound a little more interesting. You can try dropping a fretted part of the chord and letting an open string ring through, particularly an open string that's not part of the chord. So G is not part of the F minor chord, but it makes a nice open sound. And then this is just a transition little part over, and then the melody. So that's okay, so that's the intro. Now let's move on to the verse. So the first part is actually exactly the same as the intro, but it's played with the straight time. So the intro had the swing time, which was, it's also slower. And here comes the verse, which is faster and in straight time. Okay, so that's same thing. The melody. Here's where it changes from the intro. This line repeats again. Okay, so that's the verse. And moving into the outro / chorus part of the song, it's going to slow down again, and it's going to be the swing rhythm again. So here I opted to use a slightly more sparse finger picking pattern. Just one note instead of this, which is called a pinch. And then I like this part. I like it when the melody is on two different strings because they can kind of ring into each other. It's also nice because I just let go of my chord and the melody notes are right there. So it's a little bit of a jump. You gotta train your fingers to make that transition. And the next few chords are going to be interesting because they are not in the key of this song, which is C minor. So this first chord, it's a G with the melody on top. So G major is not in the key of C minor. It would typically be a G minor, but making things interesting by putting a G major in, and then just kind of play through, arpeggiate the scale to fill in some space there, and then it goes to a G dominant. And typically G dominant is meant to resolve. See, there's a lot of tension in that chord, and it wants to resolve to a C major. Now the song is in C minor, which is, minor is generally considered sad, and major is considered happy. So for one last twist, I wanted to end the song on a happy note, literally. So put a C major right there. So again, that last part goes, there's that G played through to the dominant to a C. So that's it for this episode of Doodle Uke Deconstructed. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I will see you next time.